Put your children to bed.
Kids don't need to hear what's about to happen.
PODCRAXK has returned.
HBK, the lady lover, the king of pleasure.
It's the most hated Ock, baby.
Oh, please say the baby.
You tuned in to PODCRAXK.
8-Bit Paul.
AKA 5 the Fresh.
PODCRAXK in this bitch.
Yo, it's your boy Matt, the Mad Titan.
We the Bloods with attitude, and this the party dude.
Barely.
Anybody else I talk to about this shit, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's why PODCRAXK must exist.
PODCRAXK, real raw and unmotherfucking cut.
Welcome to PODCRAXK. It's your host, the man, the myth, the legend, the man we're on the precipice, you know what I mean, of the HBK 34 Roses celebration. It is none other than myself. Heartbreak. Hold your applause.
What the fuck you mean we? You don't speak for your goddamn self, nigga. Celebrate and be alive, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga.
Yes, nigga, it is a celebration of life, nigga, and enlightenment, nigga. Fuck you,
but
man.
not your life, nigga. Fuck your life, nigga.
Nigga, we can fuck the end. We can celebrate the end of yours, nigga. If you want to take it dead, nigga. What
nah,
you
nigga,
do, nigga.
You almost said you was gonna fuck the end of my life, man. And that was, I mean, you got to fight me over those words you didn't speak, nigga. Those are almost fighting words, nigga.
That's why I'm a close personal friend of the editor, nigga. I never slip. I never stumble. And as I look around the room in amazement, I see none other than my brother. You know him. I know him. It's A.K. Ock, baby. Please say, if Little Flip proclaimed himself to be the freestyle king, and he had an expedition with a sign on the back that said, "Let's go fishing." Was that necessary?
It was super necessary. Like King Koopa on the extra scary mission to steal the princess. My diamonds cut like fucking toadstool. or Miss Peach. You know I'm shining, bitch. Look at my teeth. I gotta drive an expedition. Let's go fishing. It's the tradition. Niggas know I'm kissing on the pretty hoes, whipping on the road, sliding on the grain, dripping on the paint, doing my thing. Come change it quick. Lil Flip was not the freestyle king. He was the king of never running out of words that rhyme, man. That motherfucker, he used to write a goddamn rhyming dictionary, nigga. Goddamn. That nigga knew how to rhyme some words together, my nigga. Bright, light, kite, sight, midnight. And he knew how to relate all of those to his teeth in his car, my nigga.
Yo, I just want y'all to know, man, that the Ock of 2021, you know what I'm saying, is a far cry from the Ock of 2003, man. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you bring up that Ock, my nigga? That nigga was suffering. He was suffering from watching his favorite team lose and get swept by the Lakers. It was a hard times back then, nigga. Right?
He would have never uttered any of those words he just said, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, tell us a little bit about Lil Flip. Fuck no.
I would have told you how he stole his punchlines from Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
I damn sure was on that shit, nigga. I was mad for life, my nigga. I like it. I see it. I got it. Or some shit. I was like, nigga, got that for Big Siegel, nigga.
No. Hey,
Big Siegel,
the greatest shit of all time, nigga. Nigga walks up to me in school. Hey, man. Yo, man. I don't even understand why them South niggas, them Texas niggas keep talking about syrup, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Beanie Siegel was talking about Purple Rain, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right, nigga. That's right.
Or let me take you back into time. Let me take you on a magical trip, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be trying to give credit to Dr. Dre. Talking
What?
about the
Tell him.
G-Funk.
Tell him, Sean. The world needs to hear this, nigga. Finally, nigga. Tell him.
When shit, man. Redman been on the P-Funk, nigga.
He been on that shit, nigga. The fuck you mean? They put another letter in front of it, nigga. Snoop Dogg's whole album is patterned after Redman's album. Prove me wrong, nigga. Prove me wrong. They stole that whole shit, nigga. The G-Funk is just later in the alphabet. I mean, earlier in the alphabet, nigga. That's all it is, nigga.
I digress, nigga. I done opened the wound and shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
With the time heals no wounds at all, nigga. This shit is bleeding like a hemophiliac, nigga. I'm just over here fucking bleeding out, nigga. That shit disgusts me, nigga. Down to the skits he stole, nigga. Down to the skits. These nut skits, he stole it, nigga. Hatred in my blood, nigga, to this day, nigga.
Oh my God, I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, man. Hey, man, HBK bringing y'all a little piece of the past, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, it's the my main man, Mighty Matt, M.A., 2 T's, M.A., Tizzle, Matt. Say what up.
What up? So this movie, man, 1 through 10, I got 5 on it.
Oh!
He brought out the guns, baby. Huh? Bars, bitch.
Oh, gentlemen. It's a Independence Day, if you will, minus Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? It's the Independence Day winning weekend. So let's talk about the U.S. And when I say the U.S., I mean us.
Talk to him.
Yeah. Jordan Peele's lovely follow-up to his breakout hit, Get Out. Gentlemen, let's crack. What do we feel about us?
I think Matt hit it right on the head with his slick-ass metaphor. That shit was mediocre, nigga.
Lukewarm, nigga. The most lukewarmness of fucking movies and shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, my nigga. I just watched it for the first time since its opening weekend. And when it came out, I'm not gonna lie, man, I hated it with such zeal and such passion. And upon this first rewatch, and I promise, I vowed never to rewatch it. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of how PODCRAXK works sometimes, man. It will make you walk back some of your statements and shit of vowing to never watch shit.
If y'all can make me watch a DC movie or Wonder Woman 2, then motherfucking niggas can watch anything.
Nigga, if we can make you watch not only a DC movie, but a fucking 4 or 5 hour DC movie.
Yeah.
You saying something, nigga. Yeah, it was a good attempt. That's what I'll say. I hated this movie once upon a time. I was offended. It was literally offensive to my senses, man. But now, Matt, do you have 5 on it as you once uttered?
Yeah, I mean, once I saw it too, like I was in that same boat, man, where I just hated it. Hated it. I think that there could have possibly been a lot better movie in here, but in my opinion, it suffers under like the weird thing where they showed way too much, and then like they told us way too much, man. Where like if we didn't know where these like doppelgangers came from, I think that would have been a much better movie. Like because showing us, and telling us, what's up?
My bad. I was gonna say that was literally the dumbest asses part of the movie. That was the dumbest assed part of the movie.
Yeah, like I mean, it just suffers from showing us and telling us, which is something that like movies should do. But it just makes you think it, and then it makes it stupid, and it goes on and goes on, and down. It's like snowball effect. But there could have been a good movie in there if, like I said, they kept us in the dark on a lot of aspects, or they got rid of a couple other things I had problems with. But overall, yeah, like I was not a fan of this movie, man.
It failed on the basically the piggyback, which I hate that term. Basically to add on to what Matt said.
Yeah,
it failed on the one thing that fucking horror movies do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to show us in horror movies. Hold on. I got some.
Damn, nigga. What are you?
I'm in a bike of war, nigga. West side rollers till I die, bitch. My tires are bigger than yours. Look at my tread, you bitch ass nigga.
If they bring sticks, you bring chains, Johnny. You know what I mean?
What are you doing on my side of town? Okay. Yeah, to go off Matt's point, it fucks up the one thing that it got going for you. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to show us. Because 9 times out of 10, it don't make no goddamn sense. Look at every great horror movie ever. The less you say, the better it is for your movie, my nigga. Like, we don't need to know that fucking that Jason is scared of water or some shit. Like, we're like all that takes it out of it, nigga. It takes it out of it. Just give us the legend of the story and shit, and then give us the scare, nigga. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? When you show niggas down there pantomiming every move, nigga, I want to reach inside the TV and punch every nigga in the face, my nigga. This shit is stupid. It makes no sense, my nigga. None.
I mean, I will.
What happens when they get on the flight, Sean?
My nigga, listen, and I'll be honest with you. I really believe that I walked out of that movie and I immediately called Matt.
Yeah,
I think I did. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. And the way I felt was they were on to something. They had a good device, right? Of look, there's continuous miles and miles of abandoned aqueducts and tunnels and subway stations and shit underneath the United States that nobody goes down there, nobody knows what's going on down there, nobody.
Vitamin D.
What?
They can't survive without fucking sunshine. They need it. I don't care what nobody says. Nigga. They need it. No. Island of Dr. Monroe, be damned, nigga. You need sunshine, all right? Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Listen, forgive me, my melanated, carbon-dated brother. But I think they should have had maybe a scene at the beginning or something, alluded to something at the beginning, maybe alluded to something at the end. But I think a lot of those scenes, they went back in there and shot probably because test audiences, where did they come from? What's going on? Because I was cool with it until they showed the reenactment. Well, until they went back through the night.
And them niggas are pantomiming shit, my nigga. That shit was so stupid.
Now that part I hated, my nigga. Now that's the little group of scenes that is when niggas is on the fucking what you call it? Niggas is on the roller coaster and you got niggas standing in the hallway doing the roller coaster movements and shit. That was dumb as fuck. I was done. I was totally divorced from that idea once you do that. Having all these people underground, cool. I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Dr. Sebi, my nigga. I apologize to Ak, my nigga. But I'm cool with that concept. If that's what goes on in your world, cool. You know what I'm saying? If they waiting in the wings doing their thing, cool. But what we are not going to do is have them make every movement of everybody, of their doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? Of their tether. Fuck out of here.
I mean, okay, I'm not cool with the underground. I think it's stupid. Like this is the one time you hear me say this, man. Because like when you ground it to some sort of kind of reality, man, it's stupid. Like what you said. If it was up to me, I would have just completely nulled that. Like no science, no cloning, none of that garbage. It made it just the one suspension of disbelief is it's a supernatural thing. Like if you look at a mirror like long enough, they'll do something that you're not doing. There's some kind of dimensional thing. I'll just do something where it's not a scientific based thing because it's gonna be dumb. Like it's gonna be dumb no matter what. And so I wasn't cool with the whole aspect. It didn't make any look of sense to me. So I would prefer it be completely supernatural. For once, I'm actually saying that.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, yes, I will second that, because when you break down the why, never mind the how, when you break down the why, it is complete idiocy, my nigga. Like why, if you're conducting a scientific experiment, would you start with every motherfucker in the city, nigga, like in the state or whatever the fuck it was, my nigga? Will you do it with one person, two maybe, five at the most, my nigga, and see how it goes? And then once you say, oh, this shit don't work, okay, let's kill these niggas and remove the evidence that we was ever trying this shit, because we are the evil government. Like, why would you create hundreds of thousands or however many it is just to, oh shit, well, I guess this is over. Let's just lock them up down there.
They cloned the rabbits, right? Obviously. And then they moved on to people, my nigga. And then they said, my work is done. And they probably shot themselves in the head and shit.
They said, oh, well, well, it looks like these people are living under earth fucking with nobody to teach them how to speak the human language and shit is not going to work out for us. Like, I feel like this is wild. This is Acme Wile E. Coyote logic, my nigga. Like, you were 85% there, my nigga. Just try a little harder. Like, you know what I mean? This is impressive science, my nigga. Just go a little harder, my nigga. Or, you know, instead of trying to control the human race, how about you come up with a heart transplant, my nigga? Like, you have grown exact organs for everyone in the city, my nigga. There's some good things you can do with this. But no, the government is evil, my nigga. This is the problem with it, Matt and Sean. I'm talking to both of you. He wanted to make a point, and he wanted to make that point at all costs, despite logic. And that's the problem with it. He used whatever his point was the same way like these girl power movies use their women empowerment point. Like, we want to empower women at all costs. We care not if this movie makes any sense. We don't care if it's good. He cared if the movie was good. He tried to make it good. I will recognize that. He did try to make it good. But he did it at the expense of logic. And that's where he failed. Like, I was hating the movie, but I was enthralled because I wanted to know what the fuck was going on exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I was interested to know what was going on. And when I found out what was going on, I was mad. Let's just start with the big part. Let's go ahead and get the spoiler in there. What did you guys think about the twist?
What is the twist? Yeah, explain explain this movie to me, man.
The twist is, you know, so this is a home invasion movie, not unlike you know, several other home invasion movies of the horror genre. You know what I'm saying? But except the twist is they look like them. Now, they gave away the twist in the previews, but that is the twist on it. Like his take. So it's a home invasion, but you're getting invaded by someone who looks just like you. Haha, here's a whole movie premise. But the twist at the end was that the whole time she was actually the clone.
Oh, she was the clone,
Yeah, but I wasn't. I mean, we all knew that, though.
Nah, no.
Oh, you didn't see that coming?
When I first watched it, wait, hold on. Well, I mean, wait. When did you see that coming? Explain that to me.
I'll take the blame. I'll go. You can just. I didn't see it coming. I was the first time I watched it.
Oh man, I saw it coming as soon as the doppelganger talked, and she's the only one that talked. I was like, okay. And I was waiting. I was like, at the end, I was like, go ahead, give me that evil smile. Look in the rearview mirror. Give me that evil smile. You want to do it? There we go.
A little video, nigga.
Hey, I can speak from both sides because when the twist came, I was mad at myself for not seeing it coming because it was all obvious. You know what I mean? Like Matt was saying, like it was. I give him that. I give what's his name? Peele. What's his name?
Jordan Peele.
I give him that. He didn't cheat it. He laid out all the obviousness. You know what I'm saying? Like he let you know. He foreshadowed. he actually foreshadowed every damn thing in the movie. Like
Yes.
this movie should be called Foreshadow. It actually would have worked, right? Was how many people were in the family? 4? Was it 4 people?
Oh, I think
Yeah.
somebody been doing their thinking, nigga. I feel you.
I just came up with down the fly, baby. Give me a job, Hollywood. Yeah. So he foreshadowed every single thing in the movie, down to like the fucking flare gun on the boat and shit. So everything came back around. Good job. You know what I mean? I guess that's good writing if that's what you were going for. But it comes off like a Papoose verse. Like, yeah, you have a lot of metaphors. Yeah, you're doing a lot of tricky things. But at the end of the day, I'm just not that impressed with the overall content, my friend. And that's how I feel about the movie. So he foreshadowed the girl turning into being the clone and shit, down to when she killed the clone or the supposed clone or the original. When she killed the original, she yelled like one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just there was a couple things that should have keyed me in, but I didn't get it because I wasn't focused on that.
Like, okay, I understand what y'all saying, but my point is this: it's not like this shit is happening back to when she got switched out. This motherfucker got a life now, nigga. Like, even though it's a twist, I didn't see it as necessarily mattering. Cause like she went down there, why? To find her son. That is her son, my nigga. These are her family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this was, you know what I'm. Does anybody understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
like,
no, the twist doesn't have. It didn't change anything about the plot.
Yeah.
Other than it just made some things make sense.
Yeah,
like he literally just foreshadowed everything.
I have the perfect example. This is literally the Principal Skinner twist. Where it's like, I'm not actually Skinner. It's like, okay, but you've been here for the past 30 years, having a family raising like a veg. Yeah, but my actual name is Tanzarian or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, so I'm a fraud. Yeah, but remember those 30 years? Yeah.
Exactly, nigga. This is the Principal Skinner paradox, man. You know what I'm saying? Ride the real Principal Skinner out on a rail and make your fucking doppelganger with a fucking Barry White voice. Kill that bitch, nigga. It don't matter, nigga. She coming. Hey, man. She put one of yours in the hospital, put 4 of hers in the morgue, nigga. Fuck it. That's what I'm about, nigga. And that's on Charles, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, but I still didn't see it coming. So I did go, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, yeah, I should have guessed that. Me of all people, me a nigga who enjoys guessing the plot before it's over. But that goes to show you, this is a talented director and writer, who is talented. Like, you know, Matt didn't fall for that shit, but he's talented enough to make you focus on what he wants you to focus on, and then bring the plot details in as he goes. And good job for you. But like, you lost the plot in so many ways, my nigga. Like, it just.
All right, let me tell you the part where I fell off. All right, it was during a scene, and this is like a Blumhouse like flaw, and they do this a lot, and then this might be a Peele flaw too. But they're doing the home invasion scene. Tension is rising, and smash you with a joke. Nobody wants your car, Dad. Oh, like it just completely drops tension out of nowhere, like a lame joke, and they constantly do that in this movie over and over again.
Yeah, I didn't know what I didn't know what that was about, man. That was really bad.
Right, well, injecting jokes. That's perhaps, a Blumhouse thing.
Perhaps I can shed some light on that.
All right, sure.
I think there was many layers to this movie, or supposed layers to this movie. I believe that they had to keep interjecting that the black family. I forgot what the husband's name was. M'Baku. I forgot what his name.
That nigga is M'Baku. We know who he is.
M'Baku. I forgot what M'Baku. His name was.
And props to him. Props to the acting in the movie. Props to him.
Yes.
Because I believe Jordan Peele said to him, like, hey, you're me in this movie. Because that motherfucker.
You believe he was an 8 foot tall bitch ass nigga?
Yes. 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 That nigga played that shit to a motherfucking T, nigga. Like, I was like, damn.
I'll be damn if that nigga wasn't too big for every situation, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's laid in the bed. He was covering the whole fucking bed. He was in the fucking boat. He was too big for the fucking boat. Nigga was too big for the fucking hallway in their house and shit. Like, but nigga, you was a bitch ass nigga though. So
he was too big to be talking in that pitch in his voice.
That's what I'm
I want to
saying.
slap the shit out of him.
It was great. It was fucking great, man. But back to my point. I think they meant to display that he was chasing the wealth of the white family, their white counterparts, not to be confused with their tethered counterparts, because they had the big house on the lake, they had the fucking big ass boat, they had the nicer car and all that shit. He had a Mercedes hatchback, but them niggas had a Range Rover and shit. So I think they had to keep bringing that to the attention.
They didn't do a good job of that. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I felt like they were kind of on par, man. Once you have your second house and it's your summer home, man, maybe I'm just a broke ass nigga. Bro. At that point, man, you're doing all right for yourself. And then when he got the little broke ass boat, and everybody was like, "Dad, that boat doesn't." I was like, "It's a fucking boat. You ungrateful pieces of shit." Like, what the fuck? And like, I would be honest with y'all. Because I was watching the movie while I was working and shit, I was in a rush because I thought we was going to do the PODCRAXK that night. So it didn't even dawn on me that the little girl had grown up and shit. Like, I was mad as shit at this wife. I'm like, you don't want to go to the beach? Like, bitch, what is wrong with you? Like, you gonna come all the way out to a summer house and you gonna get mad at this nigga for taking the kids to a beach? Like, what the fuck? But then it dawned on me it was the girl that, you know what I mean? Then it dawned on me. But you know what I mean? All that was getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't come across. I didn't see he was trying to keep up with them. I just thought they was friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they did keep shoehorning jokes in, which is one of the reasons I don't even know if you can classify this for real as a horror movie.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. There was at no time was I even.
Yeah, I think he caught him one with Get Out. You know what I'm saying? Because it met in that, that access of fucking that center point of political satire, also horror-esque
sci-fi.
edge. Yeah. And I think he tried to capture that same lightning in a bottle, and he missed.
And that's exactly why I didn't want to go see the movie. That's exactly why I didn't watch it when it first came out. Because I watched the preview, and I said, nah. You can't, just like you said, you can't catch lightning in a bottle twice like that. Like, Get Out was a cultural phenomenon that came out of nowhere. It was a low-budget black film that fucking grossed, all this money. I was like, I know Hollywood is pushing you to do it again. And I know you feel like if I did it before, I could do it again. But, like, that shit's just not going to happen. I already knew. Either it was going to be too much like Get Out or it just wasn't going to be good enough. And he put too much pressure on himself, in my opinion. When did Get Out come out? Was that like
2017? February 2017.
And when did Us come out?
February 2019.
That's too quick, B. It's too quick.
Yeah.
He needed some time to simmer on that. You know what I'm saying? In fact, if I was him, I would have went a whole different genre or direction. You know what I'm saying?
I feel. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say it's people were expecting too much. I was expecting too much. So that's why I didn't watch it. Because I knew I was coming in with my expectations on 10, and I knew it wasn't going to meet it. There's no way possible. The expectations are too high. Get Out had 0 expectations. We never seen anything like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think.
And then, sorry.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think a lot of people, especially when I was going to see this movie, a lot of people had this expectation that like he's going to be doing this weird one thing where it's all going to be political. It's like, Us, it's going to be U.S., it's going to be some kind of like commentary on the United States. Like,
yeah,
everything he does could just be another movie. Like, I was trying to explain to people at the time, I was like, what does E.T. have to do with Jaws? Guys, like a director can make multiple movies that aren't like completely in his like one box you're putting him in. But for some reason, Peele's in his one box, and everybody really did expect to see like some kind of spiritual successor to Get Out. And I don't know why. It's another movie. Like, it just the same guy, just different movie. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you can do a Titanic and you can do an Avatar. Like, they don't have to be tied together. So, but for some reason, like Jordan Peele gets put in this box, and I'm not a fan of that, man.
Because it seems like he tried to, like, for example, like you just compared 2 directors that did completely different movies, right? But if you take, I hate to bring up Paul's point, but if you take Shamalama Ding Dong, right, and you take his first two movies, Sixth Sense, and what was the other one?
Signs. That was the second one, right?
No, I think the second one was with the strong nigga, the superhero
Unbreakable.
movie, Unbreakable.
Oh, Unbreakable. Yeah.
Those are two completely different movies, but you expect something out of him, right? Like M. Night Shyamalan does the twist at the end, right? And I didn't see that coming. You see what I'm saying? That's what he does. That's his thing. So I think with Peele, it became, it is, people expect something along the lines of Get Out because that's his thing. Like somehow he got pigeonholed real quick, and it feels like to me, Matt, that he was trying to use that to his advantage. Like he knew we were expecting something along those lines, and he was trying to use that to the fame and the drive from Get Out to make this us the next success. Because you know what I mean, if he does it again, if he does Get Out and makes another one and it goes crazy and it's all worth all this money, he getting his name written on the Walk of Fame. Like he's gold in Hollywood now. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
to me, it looked like he rolled the dice. You know what I'm saying? This is DMX dropping the second album in the same year to me. Like he was trying to go for it. Like if I do it again, motherfuckers can't tell me shit. I'm getting greenlit. I'm doing Disney gargoyles. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything. Whatever I want. I got the golden ticket, the blank check if I do it again. But he put too much pressure on himself.
I feel like this though, man. I feel like you're kind of fighting two things, right? You're kind of fighting two battles, which is in this black horror renaissance. You know what I mean? Where you have the Get Outs, and then you go to Us, and then you go to Lovecraft Country, and them. It's always going to be tied.
Trash.
The slope, nigga, just went down, nigga. Look at that slope, nigga. Um, it's always gonna be the element of horror is always gonna be closely tied to the race, you know, the race of the main characters. You know what I mean? Of this in this black horror renaissance, it's always gonna be tied close to that blackness and the black diaspora, the black struggle. But I will say this: apart from that, I think Get Out was an amazing, remarkable work of art, right?
Sean, you're good at this. You're good at this because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about next. Like, what did Get Out do right that this one did wrong? But go on.
You're welcome. Thank you. Get Out, even though Get Out was everything that it was, right? It still fit that Blumhouse framework, that blueprint, that micro budget horror film, because even though it's dealing with all these broad ideals and thoughts and concepts, it still is set in this one house at the lake. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever the setting was, or upstate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the Lil Rel B plot where he's trying to find the guy and all that shit. But for the most part, it was in one location. It's very personal. You know what I mean? And then you're able to, work with that shit. Whereas Us is still what I believe, you know what I'm saying? It's still Blumhouse. So maybe he had a bigger budget, but he's trying to, these broad strokes of this America, this tragedy of these doppelgangers coming to kill everybody. And I think that's when it falls apart, because he had such high ambition and he couldn't realize it, because man, that was a high height, the highest height to try to realize, nigga. Like this Hands Across America thing, that motif mixed with these doppelgangers
Trash.
are gonna kill their tethered people. But even in the little B-roll footage where they got the hand cam footage, like these niggas is out in the street killing anybody. So like your premise falls apart within your own shit. So they're just stabbing people at random. They're stabbing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're coming over here. Like, what? Nigga, nah, this ain't the story you selling me within the movie that it exists. But verisimilitude, does it exist within the world that it was created? Go ahead, my nigga.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, you can edit this right, but go ahead, nigga. The fucking thing that Get Out did to speak to what Matt was saying about the humor and what you just said about the B plot. All the humor came from this side plot where they would cut to a whole different location, a whole different locale, a whole different person that's not involved in the horror, and then he could be funny. But when it's time to get back to the story at hand, the characters didn't have to be unnaturally funny in moments that didn't call for it, didn't make sense, because it was being handled by the side plot. That's what made Get Out so genius. They were able to make you laugh and to make you feel the tension because they separated the two. You see what I'm saying? Like they were able to go to the comedian guy, and he's talking to the police trying to get them to find this nigga, and then they cut back to him at the house with the white people, and it just all flew. It felt natural. It felt good. Like it's okay to laugh. It didn't throw you off when you were looking at that. And when the guy was going through his odd situations, it was okay to feel like something strange was going on. And then when the action picked up and he was fighting for his life, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like undercut that with trash jokes and shit. And that's what made this a little worse. That's how it felt. Like you say that it was too big of a plot or too big of aspirations, but to me, like the only characters we had were these 8 characters. You see what I'm saying? It was the family, and then the white family, and then the doppelgangers, and because of that, they all had to carry both the jokes, both the horror, both the thing. In fact, I believe he didn't go big enough. If you're going to go with this wide platform, we have to know more about what's going on in this world. As far as like, you know, to really juxtapose this horror coming out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like it just felt more to me like he tried to make the plot big, but keep the story small. Right. And to me, it's the same thing that happens to like the monster movies. Yeah, well, the Purge is a good, but that one you're supposed to follow the small family, how they survive in this world. But like I'm talking about like the found footage or
no, I'm talking about how the first Purge is just a house. It takes place in a house.
Yeah, it's a home invasion as well. Yeah.
It's a home invasion movie, but and it creates this big grandiose idea about the outside world without really showing you the outside world. And then the subsequent films are all about that outside world, and then it kind of tapers off and falls a little flat in that execution.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The Purge worked to me. I mean, it's not like it's one of my favorite movies, but the Purge worked as a home invasion movie.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. I have to disagree with you, man.
I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is like the as an idea for a movie. This was a home invasion movie that he tried to subvert your expectations. Like, oh, you think this is a home invasion movie? Well, everybody's home is invaded. This is a government plot movie, actually. And now the whole city's invaded. And I think that's where like it went wrong, because now we're considering ideas that's too big for the characters you introduced. And then you're trying to, you know what I mean? There's different ways to attack this. So I'm definitely willing to listen to Matt's like opinion of both. There's different ways to look at it, but in my opinion, like he tried to subvert like I agree with you. He went too big, but then at the same time, he didn't go big enough. So if he's going to go that big, you got to go all the way big and like introduce some more characters to this shit. Like
I want to hear Matt go in on the Purge, my nigga. Like he sounded like he was.
Oh yeah, my opinion is I think what a lot of people had the exact opposite. Like I literally I'm 180 on you, man. I think that the background idea, the setup for the Purge was way bigger than the movie we got, because we get a home invasion movie, but it's like that's cool. I kind of want to see what's going on outside. It's like it's a day where anything could happen. Like, can we be outside? I think everybody felt that too, and that's the reason why the other Purge is focused on outside. Because like it's like, yeah, this is great, but that little setup you guys did, the little explanation in the background, that's more interesting than what we got.
You know what? I believe that is how I felt at the time. I
Yeah,
think you're
because
right.
it's wait, hold, what's going on TV? It's a day you can do anything. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. It's, oh, and we're gonna stay in this house. It's like, and like they didn't really need that for that movie because more or less they were even gonna come into the house to kill their family. They're coming in to kill a black guy. It could have just been like United States of America, Kansas. That could have been the name of the movie because sure, that could go on. That's a realistic thing that could go on today. Where it's like, hey, you guys are harboring a black guy, we're gonna lynch. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's like a normal news day. But the background stuff was just so interesting that the world had built up, and it was the exact opposite of this, where it's like I would rather focus on the horror aspects, like a home invasion or doppelgangers. But his background crap building up, he's killing the movie for me, man. Like all this subplot of everybody going on, it's killing the movie. The whole world is getting attacked by doppelgangers. Nonsense. Once again, guys, we're in the United States of America. We have lunatics that kill people for the hell of it. There's no way that a bunch of scissor-wielding doppelgangers are taking over Jacko in the United States with guns. People with guns, dude. Are you kidding me? It's like, oh, they're led by a black woman? Yeah, you think white people will just go to town on that? There's no way.
And their big plan was to go kill these people and then hold hands.
Yes.
It was
that was their goal.
To achieve the the failed attempt at Hands Across America that took place in what year was that? Like 86 or something?
Or something. Yeah, like it's nonsense.
Yeah.
But so once again, I much rather something as stupid or simple as just this family gets a doppelganger. They pierced the veil when she was younger. She crossed over the Twilight Zone. She crossed over the Mirror X-verse. I don't care. Just focus on this family. Because then, everything else that they were aspiring to just made the movie worse, in my opinion. So it was the exact opposite. This is the anti-purge scenario, in my opinion.
I fuck with that. I can't front on you, man. Yeah, I just, like I said, he had lofty goals and lofty ideals, and he just couldn't piece them together. I just, what I mean, and he kept dropping little subliminal things and shit in there and just over my head, sir. You know what I'm saying? I don't, it is what it is to me.
Oh, man. You mean everybody was wearing a Michael Jackson glove and this is real and confirmed it was literally a glove because of Michael Jackson? Yeah. Yeah, that was really...
She was wearing a Thriller shirt when she was abducted.
It's about how they lost their childhood, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying to you? They lost their innocence. Yeah, I mean, you gotta look deeper, brother. Y'all not looking deeper. It's about how America robbed us of our innocence as the black man when we was new to this world, being the new world, America at the time. We were in the new world, and they robbed us of our innocence, brother. That's what you don't understand. And then they had us on lockdown. You know what I mean? Right beneath the surface. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? No, me neither. That whole Michael Jackson thing, did he have any right? This is why, honestly, the only reason I wasn't mad that I was watching the movie, because I wanted to know why the fuck he chose I Got Five on it. Was there any rhyme or reason to that, or was it just a song he liked and said fuck it?
I guess that was the easiest beat that they could interpolate into a fucking horror.
They didn't do a good job of that either, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nah, you can't chop and screw. I Got Five on it. All of a sudden, I'm scared, nigga. Nah, I almost motherfucking opened up the windows on my slab, nigga. Started in the corner, nigga. Fuck you, mean, nigga.
Let me listen. Winston Duke. That's M'Baku's name, man. He did an excellent job being a bitch ass nigga. And I will say, man, I didn't know Lupita Nyong'o had it in her to play dual roles as fucking.
You gonna give her that voice, my nigga? You giving her that?
Yeah, the bitch had no throat, my nigga. The bitch sounded like she had no throat, man. What is that, man?
Now, did you gonna give him that, Matt? You letting that slide? You letting this 2-year-old kid, 5-year-old kid choke you so hard that your larynx is fucked up for the rest of your life? Your vocal cords are fucked up for the rest of your life? Nah.
When she was born.
Oh God, yeah, that was I hate. I love her acting, man, but that voice that she chose.
Nah.
Like, no, get out of here.
Nah.
The baby was
Can't give it to him.
My belly. I had nothing to eat except rabbits. Nigga, I was fucking with it, nigga. That bitch ain't even
Nah.
American, nigga.
Nah.
And she got 2 American accents, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Romelo's pop on Sugar Hill did it better, my nigga. Alright?
Hold on, nigga. Hold on, nigga. And Clarence Williams III just passed, nigga. I would be remiss if I didn't say. I would be remiss, nigga, if I didn't say. Romelo, my baby, do you remember we went to a church? They had a preacher. He talked about God and the devil. I ran out of there, man. I ran down to 110th Street and told my fellas, and these were the baddest motherfuckers. These were the first niggas to skin pop. I told them, and they looked at me and they held up a vial and said, "This is your God."
This is God.
Oh, ooh, ooh,
Ooh. Ooh.
Academy Award, nigga. We giving you your flowers, nigga.
He was too good for us, my nigga.
He was too good for this world, man. That's what I'm saying, nigga. Hey, man, Sugar Hill, nigga. Watch it if you ain't seen it, nigga. Fuck with it.
But he also did Whispers on is that the same nigga?
No, that wasn't the same nigga. That was the nigga that played
the devil on
No, that was the nigga that played the devil. Clarence Williams III played the devil on Tales from the Hood. The nigga that played Whispers was the same nigga that played Eddie Kane's father.
Man, them slick-haired ass motherfucking rat poison, perm having ass niggas all look alike. God
but Clarence
damn.
Williams III was in Hoodlum. He was he was working for Dutch. He was the nigga that said, "Hey man, how do you sleep at night? How do you know I sleep at all?" He was that nigga. He was that nigga. He was giving it to him.
Yeah, them niggas is twins. But anyway, them niggas is us, nigga. Those niggas. I can't give her that voice, my nigga. Everybody trying to give her that voice. She acted. Don't get me wrong. Her acting was great. But I can't give her that voice, my nigga. They should have worked on that. You know what I mean? That's some Bane. Can we that's some Bane shit right there, my nigga. Like turn that down just a niche, just a smidge.
They didn't have the fucking 15 minutes of the IMAX footage, so somebody could tell her like, "Hey, cut that shit, nigga."
Nah, they should have turned that down a smidge. I can't give them that. Like I see
Perhaps
what they was
he
going
wants
for.
to know why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of an airplane, nigga. Fuck with Bane, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck anybody that hate, nigga.
You've grown the week.
You're a big
did
guy.
either one of them remember what happened?
What you talking about?
Either one of the clone, the women, the mothers, like it seemed like they both were talking to each other, like they didn't remember what actually happened.
No, she said, "Hey man, you could have just like," and she kind of made an excellent point that I kind of didn't catch the first time I watched the movie. She said, "Motherfucker, you could have just took me with you. Like why you had to come through and you know what I mean? Why you had to come through and take me back down to the basement, nigga? Like we could have
really
just
make no sense.
Yeah,
the whole thing makes no sense, honestly. Why did nobody? If you could just walk up some stairs and be upstairs, why they all stayed downstairs, man?
Exactly, because they was too busy fucking acting like they was on the fucking the merry-go-round and shit, nigga, and walking around.
Look, Matt, you're a member of the Smart Niggas of USA, my nigga. If two twins have babies with another set of twins, are those cousins going to look exactly alike?
Of course not.
Nah.
That's not how genes work. That's not how any of that works. No.
Yeah, that's all I could think the whole time. All right, I'll give you made an exact copy of a human being, but you didn't make motherfucking DNA the fucking spontaneous way that it combines, like be able to mimic exactly. Nonsense.
Yeah.
It just didn't make, like I said, man, verisimilitude doesn't make sense in the world you made. Like the nigga was Winston Duke's character was fixing his glasses, and then his doppelganger would fix his glass, but you then trying to kill this nigga. But y'all, sometimes it works that they have the fucking same movement, the identical movement. Sometimes it doesn't. It just made no sense. It made no sense whatsoever. And I think the point that he was trying to make was that the actual versions of these niggas was their soul, and these niggas was trying to kill their soul. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
think he was saying they were sharing a soul. So they were trying to kill the other one so they could have complete control of their reactions.
Nah, because they were saying at the time that's why the bitch couldn't snap on cue. That's why she was off beat on I Got Five on it. Because she was the doppelganger. That was the giveaway, the early giveaway that she was the doppelganger.
I thought I was the only one that noticed that. I thought that was just a mistake.
Nah, that was intentional.
This changes how I feel about the movie. It all makes sense. It's all connected. God damn. Because I was like, she's like, catch the beat. One. And I was like, you are still off beat. I thought they just like, I was like, whoever did the editing on this is a fucking idiot, but oh, so they did that on purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
So why no other character point out that you off beat too, bitch?
Nigga, you saw where her husband was, nigga.
That nigga's fixing his glasses. Oh shit. Well, Poindexter says, yeah.
So
Nope.
us.
Final thoughts, my nigga.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Jordan Peele, man. Jordan Peele. You're a genius. Just take a little bit more time. That's why, 2019. This is 2021. That nigga ain't put out another project. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a little 2-year run going. That nigga had to go back to the drawing board for real, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he waiting, man. He waiting in the wing doing his thing. You know. But I mean, like I said, man, it was a good effort. Just unrealized fruition. You feel me? It just didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, he did. There's aspects of the movie that I liked. There's a lot of good acted out scenes that went well. It wasn't necessarily scary, but it was different. It's like you took a shot at the target. You didn't quite get there. And I think that it comes in what we was talking about before, I think off camera or off line. Or maybe we were, I can't remember. It all
It's all PODCRAXK to me, damn it.
Yeah, executive producer, my nigga. You wrote it, you produced it, you fucking directed it. You know what I mean? It's time, Jordan. It's time, Jordan Peele. Let somebody else handle some of that. You know what I mean? If you want to write the idea, you want to have final say, fine. But like some of this shit, somebody should have caught in before it was laid down. You know what I'm saying? Before it was put on film. Like it just didn't work. And I think most of America agrees with us, right? Like most black people didn't fuck with the movie that much.
It wasn't as favorable as Get Out. I mean, everybody thought Them was a sequel to Us, but nobody seems to you know what I'm saying? And nobody seemed to ever say if Us was good or not. I know I was the loudest voice saying fuck that movie, but yeah, nobody really ever said whether it was quality. People do act like it never happened. I think that's yeah.
I mean, because I'll say this in my recommendation and the final thoughts. It's worth a watch. It was an interesting watch. I was interested. I hated it. Some parts I hated. Some parts I liked. I thought the white family was useless. I thought it was just waste of time. I thought it was just maybe just a way to get more kills in or to be more whatever. Like that, their whole storyline means nothing, meant nothing, is nothing. They needed more people to kill, I guess. I don't know, but I would say it's worth a watch if you never watched it. It shows the good and bad of Jordan Peele, and I think it's something he can learn from. And I'm very willing to watch his next movie that doesn't have to do with black political horror and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Get Out It was lightning in a bottle, but it also did a really good job of being intersectional that way. It's horror, political, black. It's what black people find scary. And what black people find scary is the cops and fucking white power and racism and shit. You see what I'm saying? Because that is the real horror we had to deal with. So he took those themes or those concepts and made them into a physical horror and displayed it on the screen. He did an excellent job. It was funny. It was enthralling. It was fucking interesting. It was well done. Then he came back and did the, like Matt said, what a lot of people understood to be the spiritual successor, the spiritual part 2 or whatever. And it didn't quite hit those same notes. It didn't quite hit that intersectionalism. Whether he meant it or not, that's what I assumed he was trying to do. And that's the exact reason why I didn't go see it, because I predicted he wasn't going to be able to hit those same notes. And here's the thing, like, I was joking earlier, but I really do want to see him do Gargoyles, because he's a very thoughtful writer. He's a person who pays attention to details. It just seems like he didn't have no checks and balances, maybe he paid attention to the wrong fucking details. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't need the certain shit to come back around and make us, oh, so that's why they did that. Oh, that's why he played in the closet and the door closed on the toy. So later on, the door could close and he could lock the clone. Like, yeah, that was okay. We made the movie, whatever, but it wasn't good enough to make the movie good. Like, the broad strokes, my friend. You gotta get that right too. So all in all, I give the movie a D. Maybe I would even go to C-, because I can see, like, taking a girl to go see this and, like, you know, her being scared and her enjoying it and grabbing on my arm and then us having something to discuss afterwards. So it was worth a watch, but it didn't meet expectations. Even when my expectations lowered, it didn't meet expectations. So yeah.
Okay, Matt, what did you think?
Yeah, like, so the first time I saw it, man, I hated it. I really did. Like, I don't hate it as much now, but I feel like there was a good movie in there. Just if he were to literally doppelganger or reverse like a lot of the aspects that he did, don't focus on so much as the why, especially when it doesn't make sense. I don't know why a lot of movies fall victim to this, where they focus on like the why so much, and then the why doesn't make sense. Then I don't know why you're putting a spotlight on it. So
I think it's because most movies want to create a world now, like they want it to be a universe,
franchise,
and they want to be able to, they want to, exact franchise. Do you think that's the case? That's why they do that kind of shit?
It's like, no, I don't think so. I think if you're setting out to write a story, then you have to build that world. You know what I'm saying? The world that it takes place in. And I think the best example I can say is probably, they say when Dan Aykroyd originally wrote Ghostbusters, he had like something like 3 books worth of just world and all that shit, and took somebody to, hey, well, let's scale that back. Let's scale that on back to this concise, you know what I'm saying? Story.
Aykroyd, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in the fire, and then we got a movie. But the rich lore, yeah. So you guys put these jumpsuits on at ACT.
But that's what I believe. I believe, you know what I'm saying, anytime, and I think that's in the Sid Field writing guide of writing a screenplay, is you got to create that world. You have to create the world which it takes place in. But I think Jordan Peele kind of got too caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, you got to take all that back. You got to take all of it away out of your story and just tell your story. You know what I'm saying? And let that world work for itself in the background, and let people's imaginations run free with what's going on in the background, but not so much focus on it. And I think that's what happened. But Matt, I'm sorry, we interrupted your
Oh man, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I agree with what you said. I think that really hindered the movie, man. As well as the Blumhouse bad timing jokes just kind of ripped me right out of it completely. So yeah, overall, this is kind of sloppy. And hopefully, moving forward, like Candyman, it looks promising. Hopefully, he's like I said, learns which is what Akira was saying from this movie.
Candyman ain't him though. Like that's all. This is more a Jordan Peele produced type stuff. I think the lady that did. I want to say the lady that did Lovecraft Country did Candyman.
Okay. Oh, then it's pretty good. Then.
Trash. Nigga, how to not make me watch a movie in 5 seconds, man? Not watching it.
PODCRAXK, right? Real guys talking that real shit.
New episodes weekly. Rate, comment, and subscribe.